Owners with dogs who have pancreatitis are faced with a couple of different options. There are certainly commercially made dog foods which are made for dogs with this condition, but sometimes people want to prepare a diet themselves. And that can be either because the dog got sick from eating a commercial diet or because they've lost faith in the commercial dog food industry. So if you're going to be preparing a meal for your dogs, preparing a diet for the dogs with pancreatitis, the most important thing is the low-fat content. Good protein source, low fat, is pork with chicken. You want to make sure that when you're preparing the food, you're actually removing any additional fat. So if you're going to be boiling the meat, if you're going to be boiling the chicken, you're going to be boiling the pork, once you've chilled it, you want to make sure to remove the fat. So we want to make a very, very low-fat diet. Brown rice, oats, whole wheat pasta, potatoes, sweet potatoes. These are all carb sources that can be used for in a diet when you're cooking for a dog with pancreatitis. And as always, when you're making a home-prepared food, you want to make sure it's a balanced overall food for your dog. You want to make sure that you're putting the appropriate supplements in there for the dog, and you want to make sure they're getting calcium. If you're going to be using chicken meat, it's not a bad idea to get either ground bone meal, or you can pressure cook the bones and feed them the bones directly. If you're going to be feeding raw, then you can grind the bones up. What's going to be important is that you're choosing a low-fat protein sources. So again, things like chicken, turkey, pork, but avoid beef, avoid duck, avoid lamb. So all of the protein sources with a high fat content you don't want to include in your diet. The key here is going to be creating a low-fat diet for your dog and making sure you don't further exacerbate the situation with the pancreas.